The Democratic Republic of Congo is facing a resurgence of violence. A rebel group called the M23 has launched a new offensive. The M23, mainly comprised of Tutsis, claims to protect the interests of Congolese Tutsis against discrimination and attacks. They have been active in eastern DRC for years, causing widespread displacement and suffering. A ceasefire agreement in March 2025 brought hope for peace. However, fighting continues. The M23 withdrew from the Walikale district in early April 2025. This move was presented as a gesture towards peace talks. Yet intense battles continue in the Masisi district. The situation remains volatile and unpredictable. The M23 offensive highlights the DRC's ongoing struggle for peace and stability. The group's activities have displaced thousands. Neighboring countries are also being drawn into the conflict. This situation threatens to destabilize the entire region. The international community is calling for a peaceful resolution. However, lasting peace remains elusive. The M23 offensive underscores the urgent need for a comprehensive approach to address the root causes of conflict in the DRC. Without addressing these root causes, lasting peace will be difficult to achieve. The M23 offensive is further complicated by the involvement of other armed groups. Local militias, often with shifting allegiances, add another layer of complexity. For example, Wazalendo militias, claiming to defend Congolese interests, are actively fighting against the M23. These militias are fighting for territory, resources, and influence. Their involvement makes it harder to find a peaceful solution. Their presence also increases the risk of violence against civilians. The situation in eastern DRC is a stark reminder of the challenges facing the region. Decades of conflict have left deep scars. Weak governance and ethnic tensions exacerbate the situation. The M23 offensive could further destabilize the region. It could also lead to a wider war. Neighboring countries are watching the situation closely. Some have been accused of supporting different sides of the conflict. This external involvement adds fuel to the fire. It makes finding a solution even more difficult. The world is grappling with another major challenge: the ongoing trade war between the United States and China. This economic conflict has created significant uncertainty in global markets. It threatens to derail global economic growth. The trade war began in 2018 with the imposition of tariffs on goods traded between the two countries. These tariffs are essentially taxes on imported goods. They make products more expensive for consumers and businesses. The initial goal of the tariffs was to protect domestic industries and reduce the trade deficit. However, the tariffs have had unintended consequences. They have disrupted global supply chains, raised prices for consumers, and hurt businesses on both sides of the Pacific. Despite attempts at negotiations, the trade war has continued to escalate. New tariffs have been imposed, and existing ones have been increased. This escalation has further fueled uncertainty and raised concerns about a full-blown trade war. The M23 offensive in the DRC and the US-China trade war are two seemingly separate events. However, they highlight the interconnected nature of global challenges. Both situations have the potential to escalate, with far-reaching consequences. The conflict in the DRC demonstrates the fragility of peace in regions grappling with poverty, weak governance, and ethnic tensions. The international community must work together to address these root causes. Failure to do so risks further instability and human suffering. The US-China trade war underscores the importance of cooperation and dialogue in the global economy. The tariffs and trade barriers only serve to harm businesses and consumers worldwide. A negotiated solution is essential to prevent further economic damage. These two situations, though geographically distant, are interconnected. The trade war's impact on global markets can have ripple effects, even reaching fragile states like the DRC. Economic instability can exacerbate existing tensions and create opportunities for conflict. The world is facing a complex web of interconnected challenges. Addressing these challenges requires cooperation, diplomacy, and a commitment to addressing the root causes of conflict and instability. Failure to do so risks a more dangerous and uncertain future for all.